We start in Iran, where protests over the rising cost of living are spreading amid an economic crisis.
Shifting our focus now to Iran, where anger continues to mount. Anti-Ayatollah slogans are being raised across the country.
This is happening right now, across Iran, in hundreds of cities. And depending on who you ask, it's either a national uprising, a foreign-backed riot, or a pressure cooker that finally broke. Same streets, very different stories. So let's slow this down, just enough, and explain what's actually going on. First, context, because Iran doesn't explode out of nowhere. Iran is a country of 90 million people, ruled by a theocratic political system. That means there are elections, but ultimate power sits with religious authorities, especially the supreme leader, currently Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. Presidents come and go, parliament debates, but the system itself, locked in place since 1979. Now add three long-term pressures. 1. A collapsing economy, inflation, unemployment, currency freefall. 2. International sanctions, mainly over Iran's nuclear program. 3. A young population, over half under 35, connected, educated, and frustrated. This combination has produced protests before, in 2009, 2017, 2019, 2022. Each time, the same cycle. Anger to protests, to crackdown, to silence, to repeat. Until now. What sparked this wave? This time, the trigger is economic, again, but sharper. Food prices up, fuel prices unstable, wages lagging far behind inflation. For many Iranians, daily life is turned into math. What can I afford today that I could afford last year? Answer: less, much less. Protests started small, then spread, then synchronized. Cities, towns, universities, industrial areas. Not one slogan, not one leader, just a shared message. This system isn't working. What just happened, step by step? Step 1. Local demonstrations break out over economic conditions. Step 2. Security forces respond quickly. Crowd control, arrests, internet slowdowns. Step 3. Instead of stopping, the protests spread. Hundreds of locations, multiple provinces, different social groups. Step 4. Clashes escalate. According to human rights groups, dozens killed, thousands arrested. According to the government, order is being restored. Riots are being contained. Step 5. Information becomes harder to verify. Internet disruptions, state media dominance, foreign media relying on videos smuggled out. And suddenly, Iran is back at the center of global attention. Perspective 1. The protesters. From the protesters' point of view, this isn't about one price hike, it's about systemic failure. They argue the economy is mismanaged, corruption is widespread, political reform is blocked, peaceful dissent is punished. Many see no path forward inside the system, no ballot box solution, no accountability, no safety valve. So the streets become the message board. Perspective 2. The Iranian government. From the Iranian government's perspective, these are not protests, they are instability operations. Officials argue economic pressure comes from sanctions. Sanctions come from foreign enemies. Protests are being amplified or exploited from abroad. In this view, cracking down isn't repression, it's defending the state. And after decades of revolutions, coups, and wars, Iran's leadership is deeply allergic to chaos. Perspective 3. Political motivations. Inside Iran, hardliners see protests as proof that control must tighten. Moderates see protests as proof reform is overdue. Outside Iran, Western governments condemn the crackdown. Regional rivals watch closely. Markets worry about oil disruptions. Everyone has an angle. No one is neutral. Media narratives. Why it's confusing. State media says foreign-backed unrest. Opposition media says revolution in progress. Social media says everything, all at once. The reality? Probably messier than all of it. Large protests, real anger. Heavy repression, no clear leadership, no clear endgame. Which is exactly what makes this dangerous. Public reaction, inside and outside Iran. Inside Iran, fear, defiance, exhaustion. People want change, but they've seen how this ends before. Outside Iran, sympathy, debate, very little leverage. Tweets don't stop batons. Statements don't lower prices. Why this matters? Short term. In the short term, more arrests, more internet restrictions, more economic pressure. The state likely regains control. It usually does. But control isn't legitimacy. It's just time bought with force. Long-term implications. Long-term, each protest wave lowers the fear threshold. Each crackdown raises the cost of silence. Iran isn't collapsing tomorrow, but it's also not stabilizing. The gap between rulers and ruled is widening, and that gap doesn't close quietly. What could happen next? 3 realistic paths. 1. Protests fade under repression. Again. 2. Economic conditions worsen, reigniting unrest. 3. Internal fractures emerge within the system itself. None are clean. None are quick. Closing. Iran's protests aren't a headline. They're a warning signal. Not just about one country, but about what happens when pressure builds, options disappear, and people decide silence costs more than speaking. This is happening right now. And the question isn't who's right. It's how long a system can survive when everyone agrees something is wrong, but no one agrees on how to fix it.